Hi, my name is Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Mercedes E-Class Coupe. Then I'll take you for riding it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Beautiful looking car, absolutely mint as well. We sold this a couple of years ago to a local customer and we've just taken it back in swap off him now. It's a 2.1 E220d BlueTEC AMG line. G-Tronic. It's 2016 on a 65 plate. Has done 34,825 miles. Fuel economy, urban 47.9 miles per gallon, extra urban 65.7 miles per gallon, and combined is 57.7 miles per gallon. Very economical for the size of the car. Has a top speed of 145 miles per hour out of a 4-cylinder, 175 brake horsepower, 16-valve engine. I really like the pillarless coupe design. Drives great, very economical too. Car's absolutely mint, or at least it was. I looked out the window this morning, I thought, oh, it's a nice day, it's dry, it's not icy, car will look beautiful, it's just been cleaned. And then on the motorway coming up, a concrete lorry overtook me, and you know the chute at the back, there's stuff spraying all over the motorway. Unfortunately it's gone all over the car, but it will wipe off, so I'll get Lance to do that when I get back. But more about the car anyway. I'll just show you the design, the coupe. If I just turn that on and then put both these down, there you go. I just think that's beautiful. It's got great lines, good colour combination, black with black. AMG 5 twin spoke alloy wheels, dark silver metallic and diamond cut. They look great. Big Mercedes emblem in the centre of the grille. It has the Mercedes-Benz LED intelligent light system, front parking sensors, the low chin spoiler with the kind of chrome trim on, matches the grille. Looks really good, really impressive from the front. Along the sides, chrome window surrounds. It doesn't have rear privacy glass and it looks absolutely fantastic with the glass all one colour and the black. It's beautiful from the back too. There's kind of a little spoiler built into or styled into the boot. It's not really power open boot. That's the spring that does that. You can put the back seats down with these two handles here. Pretty flat load area, and it goes way back. Quite a big boot too. Real good design. Rear parking sensors, the chrome trim along the bottom, the twin chrome exhaust tips, and then this diffuser at the back underneath. Looks great. Mercedes key, foot on the brake. As you can see, it's not a blade, it's kind of a transponder, so that just plugs in there. Just tell you the service history. 28th of the 7th 2017 at 10,996 miles, Mercedes-Benz Birmingham. 29th of the 8th 2019 at 15,964 miles, CPM Car Services. 22nd of the 1st 2020 at 22,594 miles, CPM Car Services. And we'll do it again before it goes out. As I say, absolutely beautiful car. Just before, there's a button here, and it looks like an exhaust. I'm sure I've done this before, but it looks like an exhaust. So I was pressing it, trying to listen for the exhaust sound to change, and of course it just sends this out. It does it automatically when you get in, but it must be I don't know, must be another safety feature just in case. Mercedes-Benz gear lever is on the right hand side. I always moan about it because I think it should be there. I don't think Mercedes-Benz have any business messing about with where the gear selector should be, but I've been using the C-Class for the last few weeks, and whereas normally as soon as it starts raining I knock it into neutral thinking that's the wiper stalk, I've got used to it, so hopefully I won't do it on this drive. It's a really good looking car, this. It's got lovely lines. It suits it. It suits the grille. Actually, I'm just going to put my sunglasses on. The sun's quite low down. It's a bit bright. Nothing coming apart from this Porsche, which is probably depreciated by about £2,000 as it was passing us. Got electric seats, eco switch here. I'm going to knock that off. Your climate control. It is very bright this morning. Oops, put that in there. Just turn the audio system on. I like the audio system. I like the you know, that's all you need. Why do you need a big screen with a sat nav on? Let's see.
He must have been. Question.
That's my audio book. Let's just we'll just put it on radio and turn it down. I don't want to lose my place.
Why wear blue?
We'll turn that down. God, Bennett. It's definitely one of those days today, honestly. I did all the photographs, did all the outside videos, and then come to do my walk round. And a guy in a van pulled up, and I could see him. I saw him look at the camera on the tripod and look at me, and then like I could see the look of kind of recognition and I'm going to cock this guy up here. I'll park next to him. And sure enough, he did. And then proceeded to have the loudest telephone conversation ever on his mobile, and then put the radio on. So I came nice and bright and early this morning, but I've been delayed. Beautiful sky over there, the sun breaking through the clouds. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see it, but it is nice. Got height and reach adjustable multifunction steering wheel. Got cruise control on the right hand side. Your other right, Baz. Cruise control on the left hand side. As we said before, your gear selector is on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So I also got splashed with what appeared to be concrete water, let's say, because it does wipe off. Otherwise I'd have been doing a U-turn and going straight back to the car wash or straight back to Lance to get it off quickly. I liked this car when it first came in. We bought it, sold it to a local couple. They bought 2 cars off us, his and hers, and just come back and bought another Mercedes-Benz off us after 2 years. That's when you really know that you sold a car, when they come back again and buy another one. Chap there with his collie dog, his sheepdog. Reminds me of, I watched Clarkson's Farm over the weekend, binge watched it. I met a farmer on holiday a few years ago, and it was the first time he'd been away for 25 years. I think it was his wedding anniversary and they were going away. And and he was moaning about the price of milk, and he said people these days they'll pay more for a bottle of water than they will for a pint of milk. And a pint of milk, you have to buy a cow, you have to feed it, all the equipment, milk it, get it pasteurised, off to the dairy and so on, and then sell it to the supermarkets for what they'll give you. And when you think about it, good value for money milk. And there's actually, where I film, there's a dairy farm down at the bottom. Nice front centre armrest here. There's a little compartment here which I love. I don't know what would go in there. Perhaps the key would fit in there if it was keyless ignition. But there should be, the start button should be in there, shouldn't it? Really, that, or an ejector seat button. And then you've got, let's just see, there's a cubby hole there. But I suppose with the gear lever not being there, the gear selector not being there, you've got, it makes it feel roomier in the front. The dash and all the materials are beautiful. This brushed aluminium and this checker plate here, and the matching insets on the door cards and the dashboard, the gear tunnel. Thought it was just pulled off the road a little bit there, instead of just being right round a blind bend there. Anyway, the sport seats. So when I used to work at Mercedes-Benz, there was a couple of things I always used to order on my demonstrator. The AMG alloy wheels. I always had a wood and leather steering wheel. That's wood and leather steering wheel. A mini disc player, and then these lumbar support. Oh, look at that, a hair. The lumbar support here, controls just blow the back of the seat up like that. I can feel it going, pumping into my back. Nice and comfortable. If I was going to have a Mercedes-Benz these days, this is the one I'd have, the coupe. I like the C-Class coupe as well. Much prefer them to BMWs. Just, I made a remark in the last video that Ford gearboxes are the best, and people on social media love to argue with you. And somebody said that put this guy in a BMW or something, he wouldn't know what to sit in. I've driven plenty of BMWs and I don't like them. And the argument's gone on, and then he said, you know, you like Range Rovers or something and they're unreliable. Well, seriously, we have less trouble with Range Rovers than we do with BMs. And I think that somehow BMW, they must have the best brainwashing department, because when I look back over the years, all the inherent faults that have come out on BMWs, it's unbelievable. All the engine faults, the old lining, it used to wash off. There was all these 6-cylinder engines with the lining had dissolved on them, and I had to replace them all. And then the next thing is the swirl flaps on some of the engines were sucked into the engine and wrote the engines off. And then there's the diesel engines. You know, if that was Range Rover, it'd be all over the news. Everybody would be Brit bashing and Range Rover this, but somehow that's German engineering at its best. Anyway, I don't think there's any such problems with Mercedes-Benz, and we still sell BMWs because they're very, very popular cars. As I say, it's a big market. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, but it's a big market. Seats nice and comfortable, electrically adjustable here, the backrest and so on, and the seat, the squab, backwards and forwards, is a lever at the front, and then there's also a wheel at the front which you can wind the rake of the seat up and down, which the way I sit with my legs stretched out is good for me, because the seats these days in most cars, they're at an angle like so, and you can't put anything down on them without it all sliding to the back, and also it catches me behind the knees, so I like this. This is ideal. Over here, let's see, we can swap over trip, Navi assist, that's assist graphic, collision prevention, go down to collision prevention, click OK, that's on. So we'll go service, just click on service, tyre pressure, assist plus, oops, big pothole. I think there's another one just round here. Yep, there is. It's a great drive, not too firm, not too much tyre noise. Now he's gonna, yeah. We just met there, and there's a pothole on my side and a pothole on his side, and I was just wondering whether he'd swerve to avoid his pothole because I'd stopped and just clipped me, but he didn't. Probably driven this road many times. Again, great balance. Sheep in the road there. So we've got paddle shift here. There we go. They usually look at you at the side of the road and then wait until you're right on top of them and then step out. I like the clock as well, proper clock. You know, if you want to know what time it is, you've got so much other information going on, and if it's a digital clock, like up there in the corner, it all seems to meld in to all the other information, whereas you've just got a proper clock there that tells you the time. On the right hand side here is your telephone controls, volume control, your voice activation. Over here you can use this control here, just flip towards the front of the car and change media. Just go onto Navi, click Navi. That's showing you where we are now, but also you've just got buttons, media, telephone, nav, map, I think, yeah. So nav, you want to Sorry, that's radio. There you go, there's the car, consumption, owner's manual. It's a lovely thing. Over here, if I click that puts me in sport. That's manual, so I can just change gears using the paddle shift, like so. Click it again, and we're back into drive. Seems to have gone a little bit dull now. No need for the sunglasses anymore. Not sure whether I mentioned your cruise control there, but you've also got speed limiter. If you click the end in, that can set a speed limit, of course. Not just a clever name. To stop you going above a 30 or a 70 or whatever. But as far as the cruise control, if I just click that up, there you go, cruise control, it's set it. It's only at 26 miles an hour, so if I click it again upwards, it's going up in 1 mile increments. If I press it up like that, it goes up in 5. If you keep it pressed up, it goes up in 5 mile per hour increments. It's lovely to drive this car. It just wafts along. The chap was upset to get rid of it, but I think they needed a 4-wheel drive for the dogs. They needed it for something anyway. It's funny how things work out, because where I used to photograph vehicles, I'm a big dog lover. I always make a fuss of dogs and say hello to them, much to my girlfriend's annoyance, because she thinks I'm mental. But a lady was walking past, or I used to see her nearly every day when I was photographing, and talking to a dog, sold 2 cars from it in the end. Well, 3 cars. They just bought another one. So you never know. I think I've sold more cars to people I've met walking the dogs than just about anything else, probably off Auto Trader. Very, very good looking car, this. So I love the pillarless coupe design. It's a classic. I can thoroughly recommend this car. And if, as I say, the fuel economy, you can't beat it really. So that's it, pretty much. Another great car, beautiful design. runs very, very nice. Hey, oyster catchers. The size of the beak's that long. Anyway, enough of that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.